Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, well, I today wanted to make some journal cards, just some things to write on in my journal or in the journals I'm making. And I didn't want to go to too awful much fuss. So I thought I would just get out one of my tear books and this magazine that I keep digging in. So I thought I would go ahead and make a Christmas one. And I meant to get, oh, here it is. I meant to get my label book because I may glue a label on, and I don't know, glue a butterfly or something on. But first what I'm going to do, oh, and I got my paper scraps to back stuff. First what I wanted to do is just kind of go through, and this is an old Christmas edition of Country Living. And I wanted to find a picture that would be good for, that might be good. Oh, that's even cute. That might be good for, to do this. So, okay. So I'm just going to tear out a few. Anyways, hope everybody's doing good. Hope you've had a really good day. I don't know if you've had a chance to craft or anything, but hopefully you'll get a chance to. I love that sweater. Isn't that pretty? This is an older magazine. Gosh, probably, yeah, 12 years old. Almost 12. And it has such sweet stuff in it. I've used it so many times. Tearing out. But I'm hoping, there's so many ads these days. You've ever noticed that in magazines? Oh, it's almost not even enjoyable sometimes to look at. I think we could use part of that. And look at this. You have to have a full 2-page spread almost to explain that particular drug. Yikes. Lots of pretty pictures here. That whole page, that could be divided up, so let's take that. What I will also look for are pages that don't have writing across. Ooh, that's also pretty, but I think I'm going to get more bang for my buck here. Looking at it. But I like pictures that don't have a bunch of writing through them. See a lot of fun things. That's a good one too. Here we go. We're getting into the Christmas of it. Sweet. Some neat ideas. Look how pretty that is. Okay. This would be a good one too. Both sides, really. Wow. Wonder if I'm going to make... That's probably good enough for the Christmas because, like I told you, I put my Christmas away. I did a couple of things for the 4 Seasons book, but I got overwhelmed with all my Christmas out and everything else. So I put my Christmas away. All right, this is a book that I got at one of those book sales at a thrift store, and I think it was 10 for $1 or something. It's called Relaxing on the Porch. It's a Barnes & Noble publication. So just in general, I thought these might be some pretty... Look at how gorgeous. Even that beautiful picture there. This one might be tough to discern which side of the page I want. But I'm also looking for, you know, I'll put it like this, how, you know, what is it going to look like? Like this one is a great one to divide up. You could easily make 3 to 4 cards out of that. That's beautiful. It might be one that I do that with. That's pretty too. I think I'm going to go with this one because it's nice and thick paper, but it's not super descript, and so it doesn't matter really where you're going to cut it. It won't waste too much. We won't go too far in here, but just to kind of give you an idea, even these small pictures are fun to cut out. Here's one. I'll make a good one. This here makes a good one. Now, these are shiny, which, you know, a lot of times we don't do shiny, but, you know, that's okay to do it. So that would be pretty. A nice tall one there. Might cut it down a little bit. And then you could do this one. Let's do that. Let's take this out. And then that'll be a good start. Ooh, that's pretty though. I gotta take a little better look at that. That's super cute. So we would still be able to get 2 out of it. Okay. I think that's good for now. Let's go that way. Put this back here. And I think what I'm going to do is, what do I want to do? Try to tear it. No, I don't want to risk it. Although my cutter, I don't want to risk it being icky, but my cutter has not been behaving. It's been chewing again, so I don't know if I need another blade or not. I feel like I don't use it enough to warrant 2 blades. Okay, let's see, how big is this? How wide is that? Okay, that's 5.5, and that's typically about what our pockets are. So I think I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Over here. So once I do this, then we'll glue it. Yeah, see? So that's going to still be really pretty. Kind of only need it at 9, and I think, what do I want to do? If I do this end, how about if I just take off 1 inch on the bottom? Where are we at? 10? And let's see what happens. That's a lot. Let's see about taking a little bit more off the bottom. I still want you to know it's a chair down there, but I don't want to take the whole tree down. See, I think we could get by with 8.5 maybe. I think that's still pretty. Okay. And then this one. I mean, another thing is, you don't absolutely have to journal on these. You know, you could, that's a good base. I don't know. You could, you know, just put it in for a picture. Just something pretty. Make sure that's straight. Yeah. Another thing that I've done is I've taken deli paper or tracing paper, and like, let's say here I want to use both sides. Well, hold on, I'll pause and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me pause real quick. Okay. So I get my deli sheets on Amazon. It's been a long time since I've ordered. I have no idea how much they are. The one I got is a 12 by 12. It comes in just a little piece of plastic wrapper, like a lot of things you get on Amazon paper-wise come in. Anyways, it's 12 by 12. Now there's a gloss, kind of a shiny side, a smooth side, and then there's this flat porous side. I think typically what happens is you put your sandwich in here, wrap it up, and then this keeps it, all the yummy juices from flowing out. So when I put this on a page, I put the shiny side down because this side's a lot easier to write on, but you can see that you can still see through it. So why don't we do that for this one? And all I do, I'm just going to do this real quick while I have it here. All I do is I just put just a little bit of glue, not where I'm going to sew, but just to kind of keep it in position for me. That glue is still kind of acting up. And I'm just going to put it down here at the corner. You can easily trim it after if it's not exact. Okay, did I mention, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew around these, okay? All right, now normally I would cut that out, but I may have more to put on here. So we'll just leave it for now. Put it right here. Okay, because I think what I'm going to do is probably put writing paper on a lot of it. Okay, so this one, let's just trim it off. And now some of these are fun to keep, like little stories, you know, so you could read and see. If not, you can also cut out words, you know, especially like in garden books and cottage type of books. There's some really neat phrases and such. So I'll probably set that aside. And maybe my next video, I'll show you what I do with those. We'll see if that has anything. Now this one is a great back. The only thing is it's shiny, you know, it's slick. And I don't know that you could easily write on it. But let me see if my, grab a felt tip out of my drawer here and see. I'll just do it on this one. Let's see if it smears. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, a little bit right there at the tail. Okay. So that one would be okay. So I'll just use that on the back. Now on this one, since I don't have that, oh good grief. Since I don't have that deli paper to, you know, show through where I glue, I'll just use this. And then also around that. So that one's ready to go. All right, what about this? I always love the actual tearing it out of a book. I think it looks pretty. Now, what does this say? Timeless appeal. So that might be a phrase that we want to use. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it off just because it's going to be a little hard to sew. And let's make this kind of a nice, larger card. So let's go 4.5. And well, how big is it? 4.5. It's 9. So let's maybe take off a little bit of this cement down here. Let's make it 8. So that's going to be pretty. So we'll we'll get that one ready here in a minute. And then we have this one. And this one is 5. So what if we went 2.5? What if we went 3? No, I think I'm going to go 2.5. Undecisive. Indecisive. Did I do 2.5? No, I must have gone 2. Okay, so I did my 3 anyways. 2 3/4. Okay, and I'm going to take this down. I took it down to 7.5. That's going to be good. Okay. This one is 9. So why don't we... It looks crooked. Maybe it's just the picture. So we'll go 4.5 here. So see, those are really pretty. I don't know if you can see them. If I keep glaring, I'm sorry about that. All right, now we're on to this. So I'm going to take off words. This is very thin. Take off words and let's see. How wide is that now? We could make it 5 and get rid of those words. Okay. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? And then how about right just above that little chimney there? That's pretty. Okay. What do I do with this one? I'll put it down here with the rest of it. Okay. And then this one also is one that I was thinking about splitting up. I'll just take these borders off. Trying to decide the best way to take that number off of there, and I think I'm just going to go this way. All right, where are we at here now? Very staticky. Okay, 7.5 wide. That's too wide. How are we this way? And we're too tall. Okay, so 7.5. Let's go 3.25. What happens if we go right to here? Four and a quarter. That's pretty. And that's pretty. And what do we say? How tall is it? It's too tall. That's okay because, let's see. 8 is about the tallest we want. Let's see. Is that right? Yeah. 8 is about the tallest. Even a little bit less. That's still pretty. A lot of times when you cut off parts, you still get the gist of what's going on, you know? All right, let's see. We said 8. 8 is about right. Ugh. I really want to keep this, so I guess we're going to cut the gifts off. I was trying to keep them. You could make a little one with that, but I don't think we will. I thought this one would be pretty. It's so pretty here today. It's so mild. I am just perplexed. Well, I guess it's September now. I was going to say I'm perplexed at August. I'm going to come up here and come down. But I didn't get much there, did I? It's just absolutely beautiful. It's in the 70s. So that's really pretty. I checked Kathy's weather just for fun. She's going to be in the upper 90s today. Let's see, 5. How about 4 3/4? Yeah. Anyways, went for a walk. It was so wonderful. Usually there's this one area, I might have told you this, that kills me. It's the last part. It doesn't have any shade. And it's slightly uphill. And so I think I'm just going to go with this. So yeah, that's not fun. So today I decided to walk the opposite direction. And it was so nice. So nice. It's pretty. All right. So I think that's that with that. That's that with that. Okay. Now let's look at my scraps and put some on the back here. Let's see how many we can get on one for sure. And then I might also do another one. But like that's not one I would want to put deli on to where you could see both. You know what I mean? Okay, I can get those 2 on there. Let's see if we have another smaller one. I love how thick these book pages are. Nope. See how I try to use every bit. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. Such an optical illusion, I think, or unless I cut it really wrong with the way that is going. Oh gosh. I'm going to put a little bit of space in there to allow for overage on sewing. I think this must be out of my grungy paper that I had the other day. Oh, no, it's not. It's out of my scraps. Okay. All right. There's that. Here's that looks like that was a paper bag. Wonder what would happen if I left a little border and then try not to forget to not cut that border off. Okay, I like it. I think that's going to be the only one that's going to fit on that one. Another piece. I've been thinking a lot about Christmas lately because, well, one, I had my Christmas stuff out. Made me think that Christmas is around the corner, which it really is, you know it. But also because my mother-in-law is hosting this year, and so we've kind of talked a little bit about Christmas, and it's gotten me so excited. And she's always a really good hostess, whatever. That one's rough, so what do we have? Maybe this one? Nope. It has a tear, and I don't want to mess with that today. What's going on here? Yeah, normally I think I mentioned to you before that she and Joe's dad get a, these would be fun to put on there too, but I don't think I will today. They get a cabin in the woods. But as the family grows, you know, it's harder and harder to accommodate rooms, because really these cabins are like houses in the woods. So unless you get like a gigantic house, you know, it's hard. So they're going to host us at their house, which, you know, is, you know, they don't have a lot of guest rooms or anything. It's just that when you're in an area that, or maybe I should say in a home that you're used to, it doesn't make as much difference. And they have a really nice, lovely home, so I'm looking forward to that. So it's got me thinking, you know, about Christmas time. Joey's working on the stairs to our attic, so I'm not able to get up there right now to get my, to get the things I need to change out summer. Ooh, that's a nice page. Summer to autumn. So I have to wait a little while for that. Which is fine, simply because I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do anyways. The reason I'm fiddling is I love how this is. I don't know if you can see that. But when I coffee dyed it, it was like this. And then when I opened it, it was like that. And I just think that's really cool. So this one will go perfect there. And then this, will it fit? No. Okay, let's find something else then. Set that page again. So I guess that's going to really be too tall for a page. So I think we are going to have to take off a little bit more. Yeah, it's too tall. should work. So now, will it fit on this one? I feel like the circulation in my hands is just not where it should be. I feel like when I touch things, I'm not getting the full feel, and it's causing me to not grip like I'd like to. Put that up there. Okay, so we're done with that. So that's kind of a little bit of a mass make in that sense. I'll put our tools away that we used for that and give us some space. Put this away. It goes right here next to me. And I have all of these. Now, what I'm going to do is leave them connected, I believe. I think I've learned that that's fine in previous. So let's try that. I didn't use this any more of this, so I am going to go ahead and cut it so I don't have this whole 12 by 12 to contend with at the sewing machine, you know. Okay. And then I have a thing that just holds this stuff over on my bookshelf. Okay. I gotta take a little sip of coffee. One moment, please. Okay, thank you. I was getting a little bit dry mouth there. All right. Okay, here's my little sewing machine. I put it on a straight stitch, and I think that's what I'd like to do. You can do whatever you want stitch-wise, but I think I'm gonna straight stitch it. Also, I have extended the length a little bit. So instead of my length, which is typically between 3 and 2, I'm going between 3 and 4. I just want it a little longer, and that helps, I think, not to perforate, you know, the stitching. And then I'm just going to go maybe 1/8 to 1/4 around. Oops, I think I want to start the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom. All right, I'll be sewing for a little bit, so if you want to mute, feel free. If that bothers you, or if it rattles, you know, look away. I hope it doesn't rattle too much. Let's see. The old sewing machine does pretty good on paper, unless I've got it a situation with the bobbin or the way it's been threaded, you know, something pops off. I think I'll see if I can go one more. And you can cut these into tag shape. You can round the corners, which I can still round the corners for most of them if I haven't. We're just going to go off the path there. Man, that's long string. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep it on, just kind of running stitch it. Oh, I forgot my granddaughter works tonight, so what time is it? Oh, I might go over and get me a smoothie. She works at the smoothie place. It's always a fun way to see her. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you guys that somebody wrote into corporate and mentioned her by name and what a beautiful smile she has and how joyful she is? Brother, I could have told you that, but isn't it so nice to hear it from someone else, a total stranger? She said, Grammy, did you do that? Did you write that? I said, no, I did not. I didn't even consider, just because I didn't even know about it. I didn't know you could write and tell somebody how beautiful the person's smile was. But now that I know, you know, so that even made her feel better that someone other than Grammy wrote in and said what a beautiful smile she has and how joyful she is. Man, what a gift. Be joyful all the time. And I'll tell you what, that kid, she is a smiler. She has the biggest blue eyes, and when she smiles, those things light up. And then her sister, her little sister, my youngest granddaughter, she has the darkest brown eyes. Isn't that something? And when you look into those eyes, you're lost. You get completely lost in those eyes. They are beautiful. And then the boys, one has dark brown. Again, you can get lost in them. Beautiful eyes. And then my oldest grandson has like a hazel. They're like, gosh, almost this blue-gray. Oh, they're gorgeous. I imagine he'll be a heartbreaker if he's not already, just because there's only one of him. Same with my little grandson, but he's so little. I don't think about that stuff yet. Little bit of paper shifting. So that's kind of a risk for putting it all the way up against the corner, I guess. I may have to trim off a little bit of the shift. When I pull it out, I try to pull it by the string with the paper because, just for this reason, because sometimes it can be tough and it'll just tear that paper. What is going on there? I have to check that. Nope, it lined up. Okay, good. I'm just going to check this bobbin real quick. It feels a little rough. Yeah, it slipped. And then it tied itself in a knot. Wow, what is going on here? Okay, there we go. Alrighty, back on track. Here we go. It goes pretty quickly. I don't know if it feels that way when you're watching someone sew, but it does go pretty quick. I've started, speaking of Christmas, I've started purchasing a few little things, you know, like stocking deals and stuff. And when we're at thrift stores and flea markets looking for things that you know, people like and collect or whatever, or something that just, you know, makes you think of the person. Now this one might get a crease. I don't know. I felt a little shift there, but it didn't. So that's been kind of fun. Over Labor Day weekend, Joey and I went to a couple of spots, and And let's see, and we went to one, let's see, did we go to two, one or two with Joey's folks? And I think I ended up getting like 6 gifts. Super happy about that. I mean, anything helps, you know. Nope. Thought I had gone past. And plus, you know, they're a little bit more unique than what you would get at just the, you know, regular like Walmart or something, because maybe they don't make them anymore, or it's something not readily available or something like that. Still on the prowl for a few things. Okay. All right, kids, we're almost done. Thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, so I need to get my laundry. Today's laundry day. I need to get that show on the road and so I can get over and get me a smoothie in time to not spoil dinner, you know. Now, this in between the seam where the two papers meet, and it's not sewn. If it looks like it's a little bit goofy, I'll just run my art glitter glue down it to make it adhere a little bit better, like it right in here, this part right here. So sometimes if it's fragile, like this is fragile, it's magazine, and it's perforated now, if I don't glue that, it might rip. So I probably will put a little zip of glue down there. Now this is the one I need to remember to leave a border. When I cut it out. So I think I'm going to make Zatarans tonight. You guys ever have that? It's just something we keep on hand just in case Jenny doesn't plan. Jenny doesn't plan a dinner. We have sausage in the freezer and we have Zatarans in the cupboard. So, all right, we're almost there. So yeah, that's tonight. Maybe I'll go to Aldi tomorrow and oh, speaking of, anyways, go to Aldi tomorrow and get some salad and stuff. Speaking of Aldi, okay, you know I love the fun aisles. Well, right now, or at least up until the other day, what day? Saturday was the last time I was there. They have like they're starting their fall flavors and stuff. And in that fun aisle, the very last aisle, they have like foods that are limited time. Like they're not going to carry them all the time. Okay, you guys, they have this maple popcorn. They also have pumpkin spice popcorn, but and I haven't tried that. I did get that for Joey's dad. But they have this maple popcorn that is absolutely to die for. So I got it last Thursday for our home Bible study because I was doing like a little popcorn bar for snack. And so I thought that's going to be good. So I put that out too. It was a hit. It was so delicious. I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back and get some more so I can take some to Joey's dad. He likes popcorn. And they were completely out. Completely out. And they said, no, they don't get any more because it's just a seasonal thing. And I was like, oh my gosh. But they had the pumpkin. So I got the pumpkin spice. Okay, so then when we got to Joey's mom and dad's, I said, do you guys have Aldi's here? And she said, yeah. So Joey and I went on our date night. We went over to Aldi, and sure enough, they still had the maple. So I bought a ton of them to give, you know, to my grandchildren, my daughter. Now let's see, this one goes like this. And for us, but, so, and this is another thing that the one where we visited Joey's mom and dad, now they're Aldi, so they had the boxes that display the popcorn, and the box said, pumpkin spice, but only the first 6, so it had a display of 3 popcorns and then a double row. Well, behind all of that was the maple in the same box, and the box even said, something's going on under there. And the box even said pumpkin spice. And so then I thought, well, maybe they just consolidated. But the other box was the same. It was the same way. And so I don't know. Maybe I overlooked it at ours because it only said pumpkin spice. And maybe it did have maple in it. So anyways, if you go to Aldi, that might be something to check out and just see, do they still have them at your Aldi? And I'll tell you, it's like kettle corn, but maple. So if you like maple syrup, you're going to love it. But what I did was I hot air popped a big bowl of popcorn and I always put, instead of butter, I put really, really light olive oil. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyway, so I had this salty and sweet, and so the two really mix well together. So you can make it go a long way because, you know, you're kind of mixing it with some other popcorn. Okay, we did it. Okay, so that's it for sewing. Let me put this sweet sewing machine away. She's so good to me. I abuse her like nobody's business. All right, we did that. Okay. Now let's cut these apart. And I think I am going to get my cutter out just to help. Let's see here. Try to get it lined up. Yikes. That's a good piece to keep. Make a label or something out of it. So I don't know if this one was just cut, not cut straight or what, but I've got a little edge here. Okay, so that's going to be like a little card, a little journal tuck to write on. And then I'm going to keep that. Now you could also leave a little bit at the top, you know, if you wanted to have like a little portion for you to put a date or maybe stamp a number or something on it. These are going to be fun to put in my Christmas journal, or the Christmas portion of that one journal. I love that crunchy, but it's going to have to go. Okay, so far so good. I feel like that's going to get it. It's a little off there. I kind of like that side. I think I'm going to keep it. Keep this, put that in my bucket back here. Let's see. I always try to get the most paper saved. So I think I'm going to have the, even though it's only going to be about 1/4 of an inch, only saving that much over here. I still think I'll try to save it. Okay, that can go back into my, I'll put it back here and file it back into my paper. My little paper scraps. Look at that, it's so crunchy. All right, now I can't believe I'm going to remember this, but I am remembering that I wanted to use a border on this. So I'm going to line it up here. Pretty good. Line it up here. No, not quite. It's tricky with this cutter because the guard, that's not too bad. That looks pretty cute. The guard is about 1/8 of an inch off from where you're cutting, you know what I mean? So, okay, I'm going to have to cut this off here. Love it. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Put it back there. Love it. I'll put this back there to stamp on at another time. Okay, I think this is the last one. Save. Oof. I did not cut that straight. Yikes. Normally I would keep this if it was at the top, but going in and out of something, it's going to make it, you know, pretty difficult. Just getting it slid under there is difficult. Okay. But I sure did cut that crooked. I just sliver off this top here. Okay. Okay, very fun. All right, let's Let me clean this up real quick, and then we'll take a look and see if we want to add a label or anything. Let's see. Okay. All right. That's so pretty. I like it. I'm always like these better, cutting the corners off. I don't know why. Can I? Oh gosh. There we go. It was tricky. I printed that on label paper. Now I'm just lining it up with my desk just so I can try to get that on there straight. It doesn't look straight, but it is. Oh. Okay. All right, what about this one? What do we have? Let's just thumb through and see if something grabs us. These are Tracy Fox labels. You probably know that already. It's a lot of green, but I don't mind it. Let's see what this red look like. No, I don't think I like the red on there. I'm thumbing through. Have to remind myself what's even in here. I think I just like this the way it is. Okay. This one, I think I want to try a red one. I think I just want like one that's just kind of small, like you would add a date or something like that. No, but I like how the red goes with that, a little bit of that. If I can get this apart. You could stamp a date on there if you want to. Alrighty, so far so good. That is such a sweet. It reminds me of the little yellow house, exception. Our door is gray. We have vintage motel wrought iron on the porch with pillows everywhere. And then this is cement on our porch. Our columns are wrought iron. You know, are they wrought iron? Yeah. Anyways, but that does remind me, it's about the color of our house. So this has a little bit of trimming that needs done. Let me look at, I can't remember if the yellow add-on from the Junk Journal Studio. No, what I'm looking for is there was a purple, but I don't have it right here by me, so but purple would be cute on that. Okay. I'll just keep looking. Concentration. It's just too big. Too big. All right, back to blank. How about just like that? That's pretty big, but I think it'll look good. This one didn't have a... Oh my gosh, I've gone an hour. Thanks for hanging with me. If you're still here, let me know. I can't believe I'm taking this long, but crafting is crafting. Okay, that's cute. All right. Christmas. A lot of these I'm just using plain labels, which is fine. Yeah, that was quick. Okay. Oh, I did. I thought I had gotten a little crease. Oh well, that's all right. Now you could also, don't forget, you could also distress if you want to. I didn't distress any of these, as you have noticed, probably. I guess it's the sewing that threw me off on time. But you'll see how many we got done in a short amount of time, including the sewing, you know. This one I think I'm going to see about a green one. Or do I want... I'm breathing out of my mouth. I feel like I'm breathing really hard. Or do I want brown? Oh, that's a hard one. I like how the brown keeps it very rustic. I like how the green pops everything. But I think I'm going to go rustic this time. Although the green one was a sticker. I'll put it on label paper. Need to get my little paper towel here. Okay. All right, well, I have a green one out. Is there anything that can be used? I don't know. I feel like that's very obvious. That's that same porch, I bet, but on the other side. I didn't read the article. Articles are slightly lost on me in a magazine because I'm definitely a picture girl. How about we do this one? Yeah, I'm very visual, and I do read some articles. I'm a caption girl. I'm a statistic girl. So if it has a pie or a graph, you know, I'll probably read it. But other than that, some of it can be lost on me. Unless it's a subject I'm just completely interested in. Okay, this is the one that we did the deli paper on. So see, that's going to look pretty too. Oopsie. Okay, this one, how about a blue? Yeah, let's do it. Definitely an easy, you know, not a lot of decorating. You could decorate it all up if you wanted to. Now this one might be difficult to try to find one. Let's see what, I'm just, as they say, auditioning. But I kind of like that. That's a no. I really like that, I think. That definitely gives it a different look. That black's striking, isn't it? But I'm going to go with the red. I think it's supposed to go this way. I don't mind it. Pardon the reach. I'm just going to go ahead with black on this one. Isn't that pretty? Now, here's one. I wonder what this would look like. These I put, what's that called? Nouveau? Is that what it is? And I think that's going to be really pretty. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it has like a glitter glistening to it. I don't think that's the right name. I mean, there are Nouveau drops, but this is a pen. What's that pen called? It's called Wink of Stella. This. And I just went around a couple of these. One thing, and I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right, but one thing I've noticed is that it has an oil to it. Like maybe that's the delivery method. And so sometimes you'll get a little bit of an oil, I don't know, puddle. I don't know if you can see. See that oil there? How it's seeped? And then on here, on this side, I don't know if you can tell, it's not as obvious, but it puddled over. So just be kind of mindful on that part if you use it. Again, I might not be using it right, but... Oh, and then I used my gold thread. Not gold tinsel, but gold color is kind of a... Oh, what would you call it? A kind of a dark mustard color. And I just find that that goes so good with almost anything that you're working on. You know, if you don't want to have to change things out. Or a brown or a black or a white. You know, I find. Okay, here we go. What did we get done? All right, let's look. So we have that cutie. I'm going to put them in different piles. Christmas. Some more of that page. This is the one that we did with the jelly on the oh good grief, deli paper. Another Christmas one. This is from that one we did four out of. Here's the one we bordered. Christmas. Here's another little yellow porch here. This is the one that we used the back of. It's slick, but my felt tip pen worked really well on it. So this one turned out good too, I think. Another Christmas. This is one we... How many did we get out of that? I know we got 2. We got at least 2. This one I love. And then this is another one from that other book we got. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not bad for an hour and 15 minutes. 12, that's about, one every minute and a half-ish. So thanks everybody so much for hanging with me and for playing in the craft room. I wish you were here in person at the Little Yellow House and hanging out in the studio. So I hope you have a really great day, and don't forget, we pray blessings over you and we want you to know you're so loved. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.